Welcome back to an exciting news with Jace. I'm going to give this another go. Thanks, John Manor and Jordan from MavenX, for telling me you're going to give me a hand with editing and whatnot. Let's get into it. At Knowledge, ServiceNow made a commitment to upskill 1 million workers. I feel like this happened before and it was supposed to be done by 2024, but they're recommitting if that was the case or if it's new and I'm just misremembering. By the end of 2024 is the goal now. One thing that they did to help with this upskilling is giving every attendee at Knowledge 2023 a golden ticket. The golden ticket should give access to all of the on-demand courses for free for a year for those folks. So if you're certified and have a job and don't need those certificates, please offer them up to other folks to help them get skilled. And if you're hiring, please consider hiring a person who is new, who may not have all of the experience that us folks who've been in this ecosystem forever have had. ServiceNow also announced ServiceNow.org, which is ServiceNow for nonprofits. I am concerned here. Just because when I started working on ServiceNow, I worked at a hospital, and that hospital was a nonprofit. So, what happens to these existing nonprofits that use ServiceNow? I'm assuming nothing will change. I would like to be wrong, but if I was running ServiceNow, I wouldn't change anything because they've been able to pay these bills up till now. But it seemed like ServiceNow was saying we're going to work with nonprofits to make them work better, to solve real problems where money isn't the thing that drives them, which to me means maybe it's going to cost less for those nonprofits. I'm just not sure how that all works. Also, nonprofits are different in different countries, I assume. And I'm not a lawyer and I don't know all the ins and outs of a nonprofit organization in the US versus not in the US, but I'm guessing there's differences. Is ServiceNow gonna like only work with US ones? Is there a US based country or yeah, there's just lots of stuff up in the air. I tried to do some research, but I am not adequately informed to make any sound decisions. If you know anything, though, please put a comment below. Let me know what you think. And another thing that came up. ServiceNow's Bill McDermott said that they doubled in size since 2019 in both people and products, which to me means that they're measuring success by those numbers. I mean, maybe that's not what that means, but if they're doubling that stuff, that means they can sell more things. If they're doubling their employee count, that means they're enabling more people to interact with them to buy more things. So I think that's something that's going to continue to expand. It's hard to keep track of licensing with so many products, especially when they overlap. But hopefully, the new products have actual things that are valuable and not just repeating other things. Right now, it feels like I'm looking at a cable menu when I see what ServiceNow sells. Additionally, it was said that they have an exabyte of data to train AI models against. But is it really just their data, or are they using the data that their customers are hosting on their stuff? I'd like to think it's just their data. I would be double checking my contract right now and making sure that I'm okay with that stuff training those models. And the last thing about knowledge here, I have to thank Windward and New Rocket for having phenomenal happy hours and parties. I wasn't able to attend any of the other parties, but I heard the Third Day Rave was pretty fantastic, and also the Gladfest Jewel nightclub party was as well. If you attended any of the other parties, though, I would love to hear about your experiences, however you want to share them. So share them, tag me, put it in the comment below, however you want to do it. And what's next? Well, hopefully next week I'll have another episode of this where I talk about the things that mattered to me in the ecosystem this week. Maybe next, John and Jordan said that they'd be giving me a hand with these videos, so we'll see how that works out. And again, if you're looking for an employee, consider getting a new person who may not have the same experience as everybody else. I know a few people right now looking, so if you're curious about them, feel free to reach out to me. And if you're a nonprofit and this change for ServiceNow.org is actually making a difference with contract negotiations and how that all works, I would love to hear about it. Please reach out. I will see you next week.